and welcome back to New Rise. There has been some developments. So here is what we're working with. The pier is gone. I decided I didn't like it and it was actually really difficult to fish from. So we've lowered it right down so it's actually in the water. And we've built a gatehouse. I don't know why I'm saying we, because I did it. I built a gatehouse, which is more in keeping with the style of the builds that are going to be on the island. It's all going to be very Tudor-esque, pointy roofs. So let's take a very slow pan over to my farmhouse. Where is my apple tree? If you caught my short in the week that showed the build, thanks to the little furniture mod we have on the server, I used the little lamps, which do light up, as apples. So from a distance, you look like you've got these little red apples, and at night, the whole thing lights up. It's gorgeous. So this was really the main reason for the gatehouse build, was that I don't have a house and my chest monster is growing exponentially and I needed somewhere to keep stuff. Today though, I want to build my apiary. Ooh, signs! I like signs. Your builds look really, really good. Boba. Can my sign make a cameo in the next video? Bribe. Oh, what a sweetie! I love a good bribe. Right. The aim of today is to build my apiary, and I'm thinking it's going to go in this area here. Trying not to crash. I have come up with a design. It's a bit bigger than intended, but hopefully it'll just produce a steady supply of honeycomb and honey with very little input from me. So I have been gathering stuff off camera, and I'm hoping I have got everything that I need. I just hope it's not too big for this space, but you know, time will tell. So let's hop into a time lapse and get the good stuff built. And there we have it, my big, slightly ostentatious apiary. I don't know if I like it anymore, you know. Let's go and have a look inside though. So when I practiced this build, the bees kept getting like stuck in the roof underneath the slabs. So I've put a glass roof here to stop that from happening, because they don't appear to be the brightest of mobs. So everything in here is completely automated. We've got this little section over here that is for honey. So we have the bottles in the top there. And that's where the honey goes. These three here are for the honeycomb. That's collected in this lovely nifty little chest here. And over on this side, we have another honey collection system. And it appears to all be working very smoothly, which is just how I like it. Okay, full disclosure, I don't understand redstone at all. Not a Scooby. Haven't got a clue. So I used a tutorial by Wattles, I think it was. I will link it in the description. And it works. It's fantastic, and it's doing exactly what I need it to do. I also need some redstone lessons if anybody wants to volunteer. What I need to do now though is sort out here, because we need to tie it all together. Right now we have a farmhouse, some crops and a tree, and then just this random apiary on its own on a bit of grass. We need to sort of we need a path, we need, I don't know, some little trees, flowers, flower boxes, and all that jazz. First thing I need to move my sheep. They're currently in the way. At some point, I'm going to have to come up with a barn to keep them in, because red wool has become a little bit of a thing. I just need to move them over. Right, come on, sheepies. That's you and you. You're catching up. Wonderful. Come on this way. Let's get you in your pet. No, don't go out. Come this way. Come to me, sheepies. That's it. Well done. Yep. In. Thank you. Lovely. Job done. Sorted. I will build them home eventually. Just not right now. Right, so I'm just going to extend this path towards... Oh, rockets. Extend this path with a shovel. Just to get sort of the basic shape that I want, really. I'm going to do exactly what I've done with the other paths. We're going to add some oak blocks. Probably should have used slabs, but, you know, oh well. And a bit of coarse dirt. And I also want to put a bit of granite in there as well. Just to give it a little bit of texture. Right, let's start with our first little mini tree. So I'm going to use a composter, so it's going to look like it's sort of, you know, in a pot. I want 3 fence posts. 3 fence posts! Come on, help me here. Just... No! Ridiculous. Right, 3 fence posts. And then with the leaves, we're going to... build it up all the way around it. It bugs me a little bit that it doesn't sort of connect to the fence post, but it'll be alright. You won't be able to tell. Okay, that's the base, and then we're going to go to the next layer. I really don't like trees. They're not easy. I don't like them. Right, that'd be the underside. Scaffolding. Have I got any scaffolding? Scaffolding. Lovely. Oh, right. That's not enough. Not. What? What? Oh! I don't understand how scaffolding works here. It doesn't work like that in Bedrock. It's so easy to do. It just confuses the hell out of me. Stop it. I just want you to go on top. Right. We'll start again. Because let's just pretend that didn't happen. Stop it. Let's pretend that didn't happen and we'll start again. Right. Now we're up to the level of the tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Done. And there's our first little tree. That's cute. I like it. That'll do. So put some fence posts in. We're going to use some stone buttons for sort of like, I don't know, stones. And I'm going to put in sort of like a flower box. So we can use a block of dirt and some oak trapdoors. Nice and simple. And then I think I'm going to use a berry bush in the top, rather than just like one lone flower. They always look a bit lost, but I think the sweetberry bushes, they look quite cute. A nice little addition that we have, thanks to the little furniture mod, are these garden type sort of lanterns. They do give off light. I think they're really cute. They give a nice touch, and it's much better than having, you know, torches everywhere. So we're just going to use a bit of bone meal. I want some weeds. I want it to look rough and ready, like it's been kept but left for a bit. Like this is an actively busy area. It's not all prim and proper. We can save that for the upper level, I guess. I'm pretty much just going to repeat what I've done on the other side in this area, because eventually that path is going to go past the apiary. It's going to go past the farmhouse onto, I don't know yet, another section that I've not thought of. Maybe a barn, a greenhouse. That's always an option. Let's just get that bone meal down so we've got that sort of same rough and ready look, but we'll keep the flowers. Nice little bit of colour. There we go. Now, while we don't want the long ones, how are we looking? Alright, a bit more. You can never have too much grass. There's grass everywhere. the next thing that I want to work on is a flower stand that I was planning on putting sort of in this area. And I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll lay out the floor and then we'll see whether it needs to be moved over a bit, because I don't really want it touching that wall, and I'm a bit concerned that I've started off a bit too close. Yeah, it's too close. It's gripping to the wall on the left, and I don't like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that sort of front bit down and then extend it on the other side and move it back. So I've got a little bit more room in this area. I'm much happier now I've moved it along a little bit. I've got to stop trying to cram everything all in one place. But what we're doing now is, for the roof, I'm going to use campfires. Now, I've built this before. I did it over in Dynasty. I like it. It's a nice little decoration to have sort of in a space that's not really big enough for a big build. Is your flower stall, I guess. Well, it could be really for anything, but I like vases, but I like using the pots and the plants and put out campfires. It's an amazing texture. It makes a great roof. It also makes awesome decking as well. We're just going to put these out. I have put a few in the wrong place, and we will correct them once I'm done. Right, now all that's left is to fill these lovely pots with saplings. I've got a selection of flowers. I've got cactus. I've got a propagule. Thanks to Sarah for dropping that off. I've got a little bit of everything. So we're going to mix and match and create a bit of a display, I think. Just going to add some leaves to the top. It bugs me that they don't actually sit on the campfires, that there's a gap. But I couldn't just leave it with nothing because it would look way too bare for my taste. But there we go. I think it's really cute. We've got a selection of saplings and flowers and plants. We've got the leaves on the top. So the last thing I want to do today is this little area around the corner, and I want to make a start on the fence that's going to be surrounding this lower part of the island. When I sort of terraformed it, I didn't really think about... Well, I didn't really think about it. I just did it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to continue this fence pattern as close to the original layout of the island as possible. And then we'll probably have to do a bit of terraforming at the end to make sure it all fits nicely. But I like this. It's cute. We're keeping it... It's in keeping with the stone that surrounds the rest of the island, but there's something about the gates that give it a bit more of a ranch kind of country, I don't know, vibe. I like it. So we're doing it. With that done though, all that is left is we're going to create one of my little trees. I'm getting better. I'm getting quicker, and I think I'm mastering the whole scaffolding thing, but honestly, spoke too soon. Who knows, really? So we'll get the little tree up. We're going to put some lanterns around this area, as well as some, grass and flowers. It's kept, but it's slightly unkept. Just like this. So just going to pop some of the lanterns down, just for a little bit of an extra touch. And we're done! I'm really happy with how this whole area has come together. I wasn't too sure about the apiary to begin with, but now we've started working on a bit of terraforming and some decoration and tying it all together. I think it works really well. It gives you a great insight to the rest of this lower half of the island, I think. I did put one little addition to the apiary. Sarah dropped off some cherry blossom saplings, so I have been able to sort of cover the glass a little bit with the blossoms. We've got some lovely little particles falling. I love it. It's so cute. Anyway, that is all I've got time for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll put the link for the honey farm down in the description. Before you go anywhere though, guys, do me an absolute massive favour. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you next week with another video. Bye!